Welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabi.
I'm Charlotte.
And today's video is going to feature the Telluride SX, the perfect vehicle if you're looking for 8 seats, but you just can't do without all-wheel drive. Because here in Canada, the Telluride comes standard with 8 seats and standard with all-wheel. Now, if you're a family that wants a little bit more tech and a little bit more luxury, why would you go to the SX trim, Charlotte?
You definitely want the SX trim because it's going to give you some of your favorite safety and comfort features, like a 12-way power passenger seat, heated ventilated seats in the front, but you're still getting the max amount of passengers and cargo space available in this unit. Any of the trims above this, you actually lose a seat and you go down to 7 seats. So that's why I think that this vehicle is definitely unbeatable value.
All right, now with that being said, we're going to give you a full walkthrough of everything there is to know about this vehicle, including powertrain, price point, interior, exterior, comfort, tech, seriously everything, and it is a live stream car review. So if you have any questions at all about the vehicle itself and you're watching in real time with us, you can leave it below in the live chat. We'll circle back to it at the end of the video to review it and answer your question.
And if you're watching this after this video is posted as a regular video and you still have questions, leave them down below as a regular posted comment. And if you haven't done so, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to the Kia Hyundai channel because it is free to do so. And we have videos every single day.
Every day. We never stop. All right, you guys, so let's start off with the exterior and the powertrain. The first thing I want to point out, because it's very, very different for us, is this paint color. I believe this is our very, very first Dawning Red to arrive in the updated body style for the Telluride. So Dawning Red is the paint code, like I mentioned. Absolutely stunning. It is a metallic paint, so under the sunlight you will have a beautiful bit of glare and flake, and it really does transform the vehicle's look. When you go to the SX trim, that's where you're going to get a couple more premium look features, or I should say elements to the design. So you're going to have a lot of satin chrome. You can see it surrounding our grille over here, and we do have the deluxe grille as well too. Matches perfectly with our Kia emblem right in the very front. And if you take a look underneath the eye in Kia, that's a front camera. So this vehicle is actually going to be our introductory trim to a full 360 view monitor. That means if my front parking sensors pick up an obstacle or something close in the distance, it's going to show me exactly what's in front of me or behind me, depending on if I'm going forwards or reversing. So I'm going to have that direct camera feed, and I'm also going to get audible feedback from the sensors themselves. So the sensors are located within the bumper, and then of course that's going to play a beep noise into the cabin to alert me as a driver. Just a great tech and safety function to have if you are driving a vehicle this big, and especially if you're parking it somewhere like a garage or in the city, just parallel parking. It's very, very nice to have. Another thing I want to point out is just the style of this vehicle. I love the headlights. So we do have a very signature look. You can see those ambers. There's 2 vertically stacked amber positioning lights, and you also have amber daytime running lights. We don't have that traditional rectangular amber DRL that we had in the previous body style. They've done away with that in 2023.
Controversial.
It's very controversial, but it still looks phenomenal, and these lights are still so bright, and this vehicle is still very much classic Telluride. So it's at its heart, it's the same. The headlight itself is an LED, so you better believe we're going to have very, very good sharp headlights, so visibility is at an all-time high, and we do have fog lights down at the very bottom, and some grille shutters as well too for cooling on this vehicle. Underneath your front license plate, which could be a Brantford Kia exclusive, by the way, because we are a real dealership. Shameless promo. Underneath that, we do have our radar plate, and this trim is actually going to be your introduction to the advanced forward collision avoidance assist. So that just means that this trim has the capability to do a little bit more than just warn you if there's an accident and hit the brakes for you. It's also going to work for oncoming lane changes. So oncoming traffic, again, if you're changing lanes, it's going to look around for everything. There's also exiting parking lots from forward or from reverse. The vehicle has the capability of warning you as a driver, but also applying active braking correction to avoid or at least lessen the damage on a collision. So a very, very smart car indeed. I will pop the hood and we'll talk about the powertrain.
Do you want to hit the hazards too?
Yes.
And just while Gabby's doing that, I have a question for you guys in the chat. This color is obviously called Dawning Red, but if you could rename it and pick a new color name, what would you name it and why?
Red.
Thank you, Gabi.
So good.
That is so good.
It's very much, I don't know how it looks on camera, but it's very much more of a scarlet red. It's not too
like cherry Coke or something.
Yeah. So under the hood, doesn't matter what trim level you're getting of the Telluride, here in Canada, we get a 3.8 liter V6 gasoline direct injection engine. So regular fuel, you don't need anything premium, just regular unleaded. And it's going to have a horsepower output of 291 with torque of 262. So it is a very capable and powerful engine. There are different drive modes as well too, so if you'd like to tweak your vehicle to be a little bit more throttle responsive or a little bit dim on the throttle, you can totally do so. Charlotte will talk more about that inside. We also have that mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, so just traditional smooth shifting, regular automatic, no dual clutches here. That gives this vehicle a great smooth ride, and I will say when it comes to the actual drive of this vehicle, especially compared to its competitor, so its direct competitor would be the Hyundai Palisade, I think this one has a bit more of a truck-like feel, but it doesn't have that rigidity of a truck that just feels rough or raw. It's still very sleek inside and very luxurious, so I really do like that. Towing capacity, I'll just point that out while we're over here. If you're getting this trim, you're going to get 5,000 pounds of towing capacity.
Whoa.
So that's one of our highest towing capacities in the Kia lineup. The only thing that's higher is actually going to be another trim level of the Telluride, which adds on 500 pounds. That'd be the X Pro. Okay, let's take a look at the wheels. These are 20-inch alloys. They're exclusive to the SX and the SX Limited trim levels. So same size as the lower model, but a nice new design. It combines a beautiful mix of the dark and light finish. They do have a machine finish as well too, I should say. And that is going to be placed on Michelin all-season tires. Quite nice if you ask me. Now I did mention earlier, I think, that this vehicle is all-wheel drive. It's going to be our smart all-wheel drive system. So that actually means it's going to operate in a primarily front-wheel drive bias until the vehicle senses that either you're starting from a stop, so it needs a little bit more control or power, or let's say I turn onto a gravel road or some sort of uneven surface where the vehicle detects slippage. In that case, it's going to send some power to the rear wheel to help get you going, not rear wheels, to help you get to where you need to go or going. And then in the winter, I can put it into snow mode. If I'm driving on a sandy surface or a muddy surface, I can also put it into snow or mud mode, or sand or mud mode. Basically, you have terrain modes inside the cabin that you can manually tweak and change how your vehicle responds to set conditions, which is very nice to have. I know in the States you guys don't get that option, or you only get them on select trims or package add-ons. We get it standard here in Canada. Ooh. Not to brag, but it is pretty nice to have. All right, up at the top there are some sleek roof rails. They're just kind of the flush kind, so not raised. You do get raised if you move to the X Line or X Pro trim. And then you'll see a lot more of that satin chrome surrounding your windows with some glossy black pillars. We're gonna work our way back to the mirror over here. We have a mix of body color and gloss black with a turn signal indicator and another camera. So this vehicle is going to have this camera do a couple different things. So number one, it's gonna be one of the many cameras that piece together your full 360 view. So this is obviously going to be your right side. We also have one on the left to show your left side, and altogether that'll be a full 360 pan of your car or bird's eye view. Another thing this does, if I'm driving on the highway and I go to indicate a turn or lane change, I should say, it's going to show me exactly what's happening in my blind spot. But that's not just something helpful on the highway. Sorry, I'm totally losing my words.
You're good.
Thanks. It's not just good for being on the highway, it's also good for just driving in the city. If you're parallel parking, it shows you exactly how close you are to the curb, shows you cyclists, shows you motorcyclists, it shows you everything. So just a really great add-on to, of course, just being a driver in general. We do also have a bit of that satin chrome on the door handle itself, and if you take a closer look, Charlotte, we have an indent for our digital key to touch. That new feature starts on this select trim level. Essentially, it just allows you to utilize the proximity key. So I could have it on me, put my hand behind the door handle, unlocks for me, press in, locks for me. But I can also unlock, start, and drive my car using my phone.
King Bob wants to know, do the nails match the car?
The nails do not match this car, but they do match a car. And it's not a Kia or a Hyundai. All right, back here we have our classic Telluride badging all the way across. If you guys know me, you know, you guys make fun of me for how I say Telluride. I think I've changed it though, Charlotte. Am I saying it right?
Say it.
Telluride.
No.
Thank you. All right. So let's open up the lift. It is a power lift gate on this trim level. You can customize the height, so if you want it a bit higher or a bit lower, you can certainly do so. And then we have obviously 3 rows of seating. So with the 8-seater configuration, you're gonna have 3 seats in the very back and 3 seats in the middle. And then of course your 2 seats up front. Thanks, Char.
Got you.
All right, so you lock it into place, lift up your, there we go, lock it into
place.
Lift up your headrests if you want them, and then of course you have your 3 seats here. Now this may not look like a ton of space, but let me tell you, it is way better than a lot of the other options. Charlotte and I made it to the Toronto airport with so much luggage, and how many people in the car was it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No, 5. Yeah, 5 of us.
5? Okay. 5 people in the car with 5 people's luggage, and Charlotte and I pack heavy, okay? We do not pack light. We do not travel light at all. And we lived. A suitcase did fly into my head, but we lived. Sorry, that's really loud. Okay. Underneath our floorboard, we do have some extra hidden storage as well too, so that's a nice bonus. And you may be asking, where the heck's my spare tire? It's there, don't worry. It's located underneath the vehicle itself. while we're down here, I'll
There's the
quickly
proof.
while we're down here, I'll quickly talk about the exhaust. So we have a single-sided twin-tip exhaust right over here, and then we got our rear parking sensors along our back bumper. Back bumper is also finished in that beautiful satin chrome. So again, everything's cohesive on this car. There's not a mix and match of materials. It just looks good and it blends together perfectly. I understand a color like red isn't for everybody, but there is a ton of beautiful shade and color options on the Telluride. So take a look. I think it looks personally good in everything, especially the blue and the red, but you guys let us know. I'm gonna knock this down again one more time just to quickly show what we have on the side for amenities and just how we can use our space. So obviously this is a very modular configuration, very easy to knock stuff down and bring it back up. We also have power buttons for our second row to fold down. Now it's only gonna go down, it's not gonna come up by itself. You can see once we have everything together, it is perfectly flat. Seriously, very, very flat. So you can utilize this almost as a pickup truck, a covered pickup.
I'm just gonna clip this in.
Oh,
for ya.
perfect.
That way you don't have to hold it.
You want me to do it?
It's because I know everyone's watching like 30 seconds of me trying to clip it in.
It's so easy, you guys.
Wow!
No, but seatbelt clips as well too. So if you are using this vehicle to transfer cargo or
You can keep
anything,
them out of the way.
Yeah, out of the way. It's so easy. There's also cup holders back here and some USB-Cs. So if you do have rear passengers, they have amenities. They're comfortable. There's a lot to do back here, as long as the things
on
you like to
both
do is
sides.
have a drink and charge your phone.
Yeah, that's exactly what I like to do,
And
actually.
go for a ride. All right, let's take a look at the gas door while I talk to you about fuel efficiency. Now, this is just a straight gas vehicle, no hybrid, no plug-in hybrid. Would love to see that in the future, though. You got a 71-liter tank, so
Ouch.
in this economy. But I will say this vehicle is quite, I don't want to say good on gas, but it's respectable on gas, especially based on how you drive. So if you are someone who can control their foot, you're not a lead foot, you can really do well with this car. It is rated at 11.7 liters per kilometers, but do keep in mind this is a 3-row, all gasoline, all-wheel drive SUV that is spacious and luxurious and also has a great price point. Price point is $55,695 Canadian, by the way. So a very luxe vehicle. Obviously, if you're looking for all gas in this economy, you know gas is expensive, but I will say, drive respectable, drive economical, and you can see some good returns over here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's fair.
And it is regular unleaded fuel, like I said earlier, and here we go. Yeah, 11.7.
Regular
liters.
unleaded is pretty nice. No premium, which is great.
Yeah. Also, I will say, if you utilize eco mode, obviously you can't put your car in eco mode and then floor it at every green light and expect it to save you a ton of money on gas. That's not how it's going to work. But it will put the vehicle into a more efficient way to drive and shift gears. So if you are working together with the eco mode, you can definitely see an improvement.
Definitely.
And also use your cruise control. Just be easy on the car. You know what I mean? It's unless you got lots of money and you just don't mind burning it. So.
Then, like, what do you do for a living and are you hiring?
Yeah, are you hiring?
No.
Are you adopted? All right, interior.
All right, so let's take a look on the interior. I'll have actually Gabi take a quick pan over the vehicle. That way you guys can just see what it is that we're working with and see it in all of its glory. Personally, the Telluride has got to be one of my favorite vehicles that Kia offers, specifically in this trim. And if you guys know me, again, you know that I'm a firm believer that you don't necessarily have to go up to the top trim to get everything that you could want in a vehicle. And this is a great example, especially because it's only one from the base. Now, if you're watching this and you're new, I'm also a parent, so I will share a little bit of my experience utilizing parent-oriented features in this car. So I'll give a little bit of perspective on that too. But in true Kia Hyundai fashion, let's start off with the driver's side door. For some design elements, you can see that we have some wood grain trim, we have some soft touch leather, and we've got the mix of satin chrome for our handles and also around our speakers. You do have a Harmon Kardon premium sound system in this vehicle, which is great to see. Again, one up from the base.
Starts on this trim?
Starts on this trim.
Nice.
Very nice. And then you can also see we have one of my favorite features, which is memory seats. You can actually set 2 per driver profile, which is, again, great if you're a multi-driver household. The nice thing is with your power folding mirrors, you can actually save your mirror configuration and settings with your seating settings. So everything can be saved and lumped into one, which is perfect. For windows, we have full automatic, obstacle detecting, and one-touch windows for every single window in this vehicle, which again, absolutely great. And one of those things you may not think about until you're in a drive-through and you go to flick it up once and then the window doesn't go up. That happened to me on Sunday when I was driving Jackson's car. For our driver's seat, you do have a 12-way power adjustable driver's seat. So you can see you have your regular 6-way controls here, but you also have a driver's knee extender. So whether you're tall, my pants are kind of baggy, whether you're tall or whether you're short, you're gonna find a comfortable setting in this vehicle. And then you also have the inclusion of 4-way lumbar support. So again, very comfortable. This was an absolute lifesaver for me when I was pregnant. Back pain, able to find a nice comfy configuration.
Healed.
Cured. You'll also notice down below, if it's not too dark, we do have deluxe pedals in this vehicle too.
They are dirty. But
Yeah, that's the brand for Kia spec for you.
that's what makes them deluxe.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll just show over here and then I'll have Gabby come around. You have your brightness adjuster for your digital instrument cluster, downhill braking assist or control, whatever it's called, that button, your tailgate, and then also your traction control.
Cool.
Very cool. Do you want to come around?
Sure. I'll just point out, not a lot of people, I guess, know what this is or shop for it. It's not on a lot of must-haves when you're shopping for a car, but this is a sound-reducing windshield, and that's what I meant earlier when I said that this vehicle has a very luxe drive, but it almost has a truck-like feel, if that makes sense. It's very much more rugged, I guess, than the Palisade sibling.
That's what I look for. If it doesn't have it, I'm not buying
A
it.
sound-reducing windshield?
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
No.
Top of my list. It doesn't need to have wheels. It just needs a sound-reducing windshield.
It needs to be a quiet ride.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about what we've got. What do you have for our passenger seat? We know it's powered, but how many ways is it powered?
So we got 2-way lumbar support. We got multi-way backrest adjustment. And then of course we have our 4-way bottom of the seat. So up, down, up, that way, twist, dial.
Bop it, twist
Bop
it.
it, twist it, pull it. You got a lot of ways to configure a passenger seat. So they're gonna be comfy, they're gonna be happy.
Yeah, it's really nice that you have lumbar support.
Yeah.
I like that.
And they're heated and ventilated, right?
Both seats are heated and ventilated. Woohoo! Absolutely super comfortable. So let's hop in. Steering wheel is very nice too, very comfortable design. I like the elements of piano black actually on it. It is heated too, all the way around, not just at certain points. The whole thing is heated, which is great. Of course, Kia emblem in the center with, again, more stitching detail, which is great. You got 9 airbags in this vehicle, one of which, of course, is located right here.
Can you show us?
Yeah, floors it into the wall. When it comes to safety rating, I'm really happy to say that the IIHS actually ranks this as their top safety pick plus for 2024, this model. So again, great safety features, does great in the event of a collision, which of course no one wants to happen, but in the event, it actually passed with flying colors across the board as ranked by the IIHS. So it is a very safe vehicle should something happen. On the steering wheel, you will also see you have your controls. So you've got navigation-based smart cruise control. Everything, of course, is going to be accessible from the driver, so you don't need to dig through the screen to do it. Then over here, it's a very logical setup. You have your media controls, so your virtual assistant, media modes, favorites button, volume, everything along those lines. Now, for your 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, you can utilize this little notes button right here on the steering wheel, and you can cycle through this center area for these 4 emblems up at the top. So from here, you can see your trip computer, like your drive info, see how the vehicle is responding to you by way of fuel economy, also navigation, like I said, and that power distribution. So if you want to see when it is utilizing all-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive, and of course, your tire pressure. With that, you are going to have a digital speedometer and digital tachometer, there you go, tach, I'll just say, over here too. So that's there. And then it'll also show you which drive mode you are in down at the bottom, as well as your average fuel economy, your gasometer, and of course, odometer. Lots going on there. Let's talk about what we've got here for our screen. So again, another 12.3-inch screen. They are attached, or it seems like they are, with a slight curve towards the driver. From here, of course, you can access all of your features like navigation, passenger talk, which will amplify your voice through the speakers to those who are in the second row and third row, so you don't have to yell to the back seat. You also have quiet mode, which will dampen those rear speakers. From here, you can also control the rear climate, but you can also do that from down here by pressing this button. You have HD radio data. You do have Sirius XM, of course, with this vehicle too. And from here, if you go into vehicle, this is when you can access all of those safety features that Gabi mentioned on the exterior, and each one will give you a little bit of a description, so you're not just blindly playing around with things or turning things off, but you can go in here, understand what they do, and then customize it to your driver profile and also to your preferences. For lighting, we have ambient lighting in this vehicle, which again, I love, so much fun. Imagine if you're driving this with kids and you're like, oh, what color do you want? Pink? Sure do.
That's blue.
It's blue. It didn't go. I'm colorblind. But yeah, you do have ambient lighting in this vehicle. Super fun, of course, when you mix that with a premium sound system, which I really like. Very cool, very cool. Kia Connect also starts on this trim, so that's Kia's telematics system. So you can, why are you looking at me like that? Kia what?
It starts on the EX.
Oh yeah, gosh, yes it does.
But we have it.
But we do have it.
Yeah.
Whoopsie! Sunroof. You want me to open it
Yeah.
for you? Do we have dual sunroofs? Oh my goodness.
Dual sunroofs. But do both of them open, Charlotte? Like glass-wise?
No.
No.
I was gonna say cover-wise, yes. You can see this one, it's very large, so it's almost like a secondary panoramic sunroof, but it does not open. However, the front one, the screen and the glass, it does open, which is very nice to see. So up top, yeah, just regular headliner. Up top, again, controls for Kia Connect, so emergency assistance and roadside assistance. Sunglass holder, star of the show, baby.
It's actually a very premium feature.
It truly, they're going extinct.
Yeah.
You don't see them very much. For your rear view mirror, it is automatic. It will dim automatically. You also have the integration for Home Link, which can allow you to wirelessly open your garage doors from your vehicle. A lot of people have been asking about that, so in the comments, so there it is. I'll show it in here. Are you getting out?
Yeah.
Say, where are you going? Of course, with the Telluride, you do have the combination of rear buttons and dials, which I really like. And each of these, of course, is going to do as they indicate. Navigation will jump you into your navigation menu. Map, of course, is going to bring you to your map, where we're located at Brantford Kia, which is a real car dealership located in Brantford, Ontario. Ooh. Radio, media, seek track, a favorites button, and also setup, which is that screen I showed previous. Down here, you're going to have your controls for climate control. And we don't have single, dual, we have tri-zone climate control in this vehicle. So I can set my temperature, Gabi can set her temperature, and the second row can also set their temperature. Again, you can use this button and also the controls back there. You also have automatic defrost in this vehicle, or defogging, so no more playing around with your defrost, trying to find the perfect combination to get rid of any condensation. It will do it automatically for you. Air conditioning, recirculated air, fan speed, fan direction, all of that, of course, is isolated to this area. The one thing I will say is this is kind of an odd spot for your heated steering wheel button to be. Usually it's down here, I guess, is what I think of. But it's the type of thing where if you're driving this vehicle every single day, you're gonna know where it is. So it is there. Heated and ventilated seats. Down here, wireless phone charger. For connectivity for your Apple CarPlay, you have a USB. You have a USB-C for charging and also a 12 volt. And if you pull this down, you have some closed storage too. Let's get that off. This is gonna be a good ASMR moment, guys. I can tell. Ooh, it's not that good. Piano black, which is a fingerprint magnet.
Should have left the sticker on.
Yeah, I know. Your gear shift leather top, and you can knock it into manual mode. Put this back into accessory mode. Now, this is your drive mode and terrain mode selector, as Gabi mentioned. So for your drive modes, you have Comfort, Eco, Sport, and Smart. And then terrain modes, as Gabi mentioned, Snow, Mud, and Sand are controllable from here. And if anyone is curious if you can be in a drive mode and a terrain mode at the same time, no, you cannot. You do just pick just one. You also have idle, stop, and go. You'll have your parking sensors, auto hold, your rear view camera and 360 camera, and an electronic parking brake. I'll show the camera. So here is your full 360 camera with your rear view camera. This will come up, of course, if you put the vehicle into reverse, and also if your parking sensors are triggered. So that will come up. You've got your 360 camera, the mirror cameras, as you can see, Gabi's door is open, hitch camera for towing, again, very convenient, and also this view where it's almost like you're standing outside of the vehicle and looking at it. I want to turn the vehicle on real quick just to go and showcase the blind view monitor.
You almost fell out of the car.
Yeah, I know. You look very comfortable in that position. Okay. So blind view monitor, you can see that once the vehicle is on and you indicate with your indicator, who would have seen that coming, it will bring up a feed depending on which way you are indicating of what is in your blind spot, which is, again, very cool to see. One of my favorite features. For storage, you have some not rooftop storage, upstairs storage, I'll say. Upstairs center console storage. This is all covered, decent amount of space down at the bottom, fairly deep actually. Then you also have a 12 volt, or no, USB-C, sorry, my mistakes, right in there. Perfect. Do I show the glove box?
Sure. Glove box.
It's got one.
I'd say left and right. English and French.
The two languages, left and right.
Yeah. All right, let's go in the back.
Okay, I'll show the key in the back too.
Tellurides are always one of our longer videos because there's so much to cover.
Darn Kia, just put too much tech in these cars.
We are at 25 minutes though. So.
Oh, okay. So you're telling me to hurry it along. Seats, it's got them. They all have rear anchors for car seats, lower latch here, no lower latch for this one right in the center. Cup holders, USB-Cs, pockets, hooks, household outlet, 12 volt, super flat floor, which is really nice. It builds up for the all-wheel drive system for that hump into the third row. Seats are actually on a rail system with a 60-40 split. So again, really nice for if you need any more clearance to get through or if you have a car seat. We still have the Harmon Kardon sound system. We also have our sun visors that are integrated. If you want to show those, Gabi, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Oh, I should probably look at them while I'm doing that. Okay.
Yeah, maybe. One of my favorite features, again, is you have diffusing rooftop-mounted air vents, which is great, especially for car seats. And then here's going to be your climate control. Don't worry, it is lockable from the front as well if you don't want any kids or people back here playing with it. Move down, you've got cup holders and an armrest. And then, should we show the third row and what space is like in the third row?
We should.
All right. How easy is it to get into the third row?
Very easy. There's a button up here, but there's also one conveniently located there that allows the seat to fold forward a little bit and also slide forward. So you can easily step up over here, and it is actually plastic, so you don't have to worry about too much footprints getting on your carpet. I mean, it's inevitable anyway, but if you do get mats, you'll know that this area is also easily wipeable, and then of course, that would be the matted area.
Okay.
All right, she's in.
All right, so I definitely came over the more complex way. Obviously, the easiest way is as Gabi described. Here's what we're looking at for room, and check it out. Rear air vents in the third row, woo! So again, you're not gonna be roasting or freezing back here too. Gabi already went over the amenities, which I think is really great actually. And also you can see that we have some motion detectors back here for a rear occupant alert. So if you're unsure as to what rear occupant alert does, it will alert you if there is anything left in the vehicle, if it senses that, which is a very cool feature to have. Also on this one, it will send a message to your telematics, so through Kia Connect, if it does detect that there is movement, and if there is a continuous of movement for about 10 minutes, it will actually set off the panic button for 25 seconds. Very interesting.
We should leave one of our coworkers in the car one day to test it out. Yeah.
Michael.
Not us, but. All right, shall we do a Q&A, Charlotte?
I think we shall. Do you want to sit in the vehicle?
Yeah.
Do you want to come up here?
I'll just grab my stool.
Second row, I'm assuming?
Probably.
Okay.
Or we can go driver or passenger. We'll go in the front. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about the chrome on red exterior. I feel like it's definitely a different look compared to what we're used to. I feel like we've seen a lot more colored exteriors on our X-Line and X Pro, which kind of has blacked out accents, so not necessarily the chrome look. But I like it. I really do like it. It's different. All right. Let's hop in, and we'll flip the camera. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this actually. Maybe we have to go in the second row.
Second row.
All right, this is humbling.
Always.
All right, Q&A time. We have no questions. So many seats to choose from. Yeah, so with the 8-seat passenger, I feel like you gotta pick and choose, really.
Definitely.
I don't know what's the best seat in the house would be. Probably not the back middle.
Oh, that's the worst seat in the house.
Definitely not the back middle. But it's a comfortable car. I really do like the second row just because the windows are huge and you have the comfy seats and you have the direct access to the third row vent or climate control, I should say.
Yeah, so probably back here I think would be pretty good.
Yeah, I
have all
think
your
it's
favorite
really nice.
amenities.
And then you got the sunroof. I really do also like that the sunroof shows a little bit to the rear passengers as well too, so the people in the third row, it really opens up the space too.
Well, because sometimes it can feel like claustrophobic when you're sitting in the third row, so it's nice to have that.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, it's frozen on my screen. And the camera is completely like blacked out right now. I can't see.
Mine's working. Do you need to take a look?
No.
There you go.
Doubt likes the chrome on red. It's not fuchsia on red or fuchsia on chrome, but let's see. Will we need Gatorade in an EV? Powerade. What do you mean by that?
I don't understand.
The mysterious blue fluid? the blinker fluid.
Blinker fluid.
Blinker fluid.
Delicious.
You do
Washer
need
fluid.
premium blinker fluid for EVs.
Yeah.
That is a must-have. Absolute must-have.
The last soldier to have a sunglass holder.
Ew. Got a really interesting comment earlier.
Fun.
Okay. No, LED, no less for... What? The last soldier to have sunglass holders. Yes, so I think this is one of our very, very few vehicles that the Forte still has parking sensors, sunglass holders, but other than that, yeah. Think good, Charlotte?
Sorry, it's my Walmart shopper. he sent me an
My
option
personal
for
shopper?
He sent me an option for tortillas, and I was like, "Are they gluten-free?" Shout out to my Walmart shopper.
Yeah.
This video is dedicated to him.
If you're watching this. Do you need a specific coolant for EVs, though? You do. Sorry, you do, yes. The Soul has a sunglass holder, too. Yes, so a very, very few have them.
Mm-hmm.
Please do an ASMR, Gabi.
The nails.
Was that good?
Tap, tap, tap.
That's all I've got. Let's see. Does this car come with the T-Move 360 camera? It actually comes from factory with the 360
so
camera.
it's already installed. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. Factory equipment, warranty, that kind of thing. All right, it looks like we don't have a lot of questions about the vehicle itself. So while we're at a good time, we should probably end off today's live video. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's our first live of the week, which is usually our worst.
We're usually the most chaotic, so...
The chaotic one, or I guess the one with the best vibes.
TBD.
TBD. Now, again, if you are watching this in the future and you do have a question about this vehicle or any of the cars in the Kia Hyundai lineup, you know we are the people to ask. We're going to give you all the things you need to know about these cars, and we like to say we're the experts on them.
But that's for you guys
Depends
to
on the
decide.
day, yeah. So feel free to leave a comment down below or reach out to us on any of our other platforms. Everything will be linked in our video description. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next
tomorrow.
time. Bye.
Bye. I can't end it.